What's up, everyone? Thanks for joining me again. We're on Colo here. Still level 12. We're gonna kill some troggs out here in Dunmoreau. And then get the beer-basted 4 ribs. And do that quest. Do the rats, I believe. And what else? I think that's about it. Then we do the death skip. Oh, I'm human. That. But here are the professions. Oh. This episode, I want to talk about the no-no topic. The no-no topic is GDKPs. Are they good for the game? Or are they bad for the game? I want to hear your opinions, okay? And be courteous of other people that may have a different opinion. Like, we're all entitled to our own opinions. You don't need to get destroyed over it. But I honestly think that the community doesn't benefit a whole lot from GDKPs. Sure, people who otherwise wouldn't get gear, me, have the ability to join GDKPs and buy gear, but I think it promotes I think it promotes the wrong habits of players. Oh, if I'm not farming in slave pens for 4 hours a day, then I'm behind the curve because I need 100,000 gold to go into Wrath of the Lich King. What the? I get people play the game differently than me. Totally understand that. But the only way you can go into the next expansion is to have 100,000 gold? Like, that's what you're shooting for? What? That's crazy. Like, you lose, it detracts a lot from the game when there's just so much money flooding out there and people are able to just purchase whatever gold they want. There's no ramifications from Blizzard with purchasing of gold and things like that. Like, they're kind of, it almost feels like they're kind of destroying the classic community on purpose. Like, I hate to say that, right? Like, but it almost feels that way, right? When you step back and you look and people are allowed to literally break the TOS agreement and purchase gold with real money to advance themselves in the game, right? How is Classic not pay to win at that point? That's what I want to know. I want to know, how is it that I have $1,000 extra right now on me, and I'm like, screw it. You know what? I'm gonna buy some gold. $1,000. What is $1,000 give me? I don't even freaking know. Let's look it up. Wow, gold. Buy wow gold. G2G. Benediction Alliance. 64 thousandths of a cent for 1 gold. Unit price. This person, I don't even know how to read this. This person has 5,681,828 gold. Am I in it? No. How? 1,000 gold is $7.49. 200,000. Obviously, right? 749 gold. Or $749. So 150. 125. Alright, so between 125,000 and 130,000 gold is what, if I had an extra $1,000, that's what I could buy, right? What could I buy in game with 130,000 gold? Anything I wanted. That's the answer, just about. Current raid tier pieces. Don't have to worry about, you know, spending time with my guild, wiping, you know, putting in the work, dealing with people, because we know how fun that can be. Instead, I just buy 130,000 gold, and I'll buy whatever I want and win the game, right? Get carried through all the boss encounters. So when Wrath comes out, I get all the achievements. So nice and tidy, and I don't have to do any work. Like, isn't that the whole point of an MMO? Is you need to put in the work, you need to gather a group of friends, build a relationship, and conquer the challenges and whatever you're trying to do, whether it be PvP, PvE, whatever. Like I don't get it. I honestly don't understand how people can rationalize that GDKPs are good for the game and good for the community. Like, I don't down all content. I'm not an elitist raider. Like, I'm a freaking super casual raider, right? If I got friends that want to go and do something, yeah, I'll join them. And we'll do it. Or not do it. Like, we'll wipe, or we'll, you know, get through it. And get the gear. I don't know what to say. But am I an old traditionalist? Maybe. Don't know. Maybe I am just the old part of the old ways, right? I'm that grumpy old man that always bitches about everything, and oh, back in my day, we had to do raids on our own. Quite possible. Quite possible. I'm sure from some people's perspective that's the case, right? So my question would be, what's good for the game? Because ultimately, that's what matters, right? Is the continuance of the game what is good for the community? It's not toxic behavior. It's not eroding the social structure of the game. It has a positive impact with the community as a whole, right? And if you're taking that into account, I think you have to agree that GDKPs are not good for the game. Follow me, Trog. I want your teeth. Yeah, I think you got to admit that GDKPs are not. They don't have a positive impact. They don't have a wholly positive impact on the game. Sure, positive impact of GDKPs is more access to the content for average players, more access to the gear so they can feel more powerful when they play, and look a certain way with the tier gear, and I don't know, brag to their real life friends that they bought that gear. Oh wait, they won't mention that part. Yeah. I don't know. And crotchety old man coming out. Do it right. Quit being lazy. Put the time and effort into it. Even I agree with that. Like, I think that's the whole point of an MMO or an RPG, is to put effort into it and progress your character via your own effort, right? And you, through your struggles, that's what makes it feel like it was actually worth your time. I mean, that's honestly, I think that's one of the big reasons with the big faults with retail is you get so much given to you, right? Like, sure, the encounters are quite technical in retail. Let's be honest, like they can be very technical. Hey, level 13. The raids can be very technical in retail, especially compared to the classic era, right? And like people found that out when the steamroll in Molten Core. I mean, within the first week, right? Like, and these aren't all just pro players stomping the content, right? Like, these were fairly normal, average players that just took off of work for a week and leveled. And basically was an extension of leveling, right? Like, Molten Core isn't complex, isn't overly challenging. Get a bomb on you, you go stand over here, you know, type stuff. Whereas there's not the shuffle, right? Like the dance that goes on in retail. But like I was getting at, basically, is that's the downfall, right? You're given so much in retail. Like, you get purples. Here's an epic, boom. Oh, here's an artifact weapon. You just gotta level it forever and ever and ever. Interesting concepts. It just didn't end up working out the way it may have been intended, right? But you're just given, and then you expect without effort, without, you know, if there should be a tremendous amount of effort to basically be doing ahead of the curve rating, and it should be challenging, and it should be community driven, right? Like, we should need to communicate with each other more than your DPS sucks, you're a piece of shit, like all the stuff that gets said in LFRs, right? And like, you get booted before the last boss and now you're saved to the freaking content, and then they just get someone else that pops in and finishes the content, and everyone goes on their way hating each other, disappointed because they didn't get the drop that they actually wanted. Whereas, you know, in the classic community, I feel like in the classic way of raiding with a normal gear distribution, like a guild will be like, okay, hey, this person needs this piece. Hey, this person is our highest DPS. We're gonna trick him out. This guy's the most skilled healer. We're gonna throw gear towards him first because he saves our ass. You know, you can make those calls, and it seems more meaningful. So even if I wasn't getting gear when I was raiding, it was still impactful to my raid experience, right? Because I knew the other guys in my guild or in our raid. Oh yeah, like he needed that one. He needed that piece, right? Like you ended up inspecting everyone in your raid group, right? And you're like, oh, okay, this guy needs that. Damn it, I'm competing with 3 other people on shoulders. You know, stuff like that. And you just hope that a lot of people, maybe this is the issue now that I'm thinking about it. A lot of people probably have never had an actual good raid leader. And so giving the gear to their friends and not necessarily to the person that it would benefit the raid the most, right? Interesting. It's just like any other leader, right? It's not easy. Do it well. You can do it. I mean, look at all these guys running GDKPs. Go back to that. Oh yeah, yep. I know how to down the bosses. Good enough. Form our little group that doesn't give a shit about anyone else in the group, and we'll carry on with our lives. I mean, it's kind of like a sad way to look at it, right? But them's the facts. Why would anyone in your GDKP care about what you get? They don't care. They want you to spend as much money as possible on each piece of gear, so they get a bigger payout. The host cut, I've seen 20% host cuts, which is absolutely nuts. I've seen 10%, I've seen 15, I've seen 5. And just so you guys know where I'm at, I have never participated in a GDKP. Maybe I should. Maybe that's tainting my experience, since how that's where everyone has gone, it seems, right? Maybe I join the crowd and experience what a GDKP is, and experience me leveling my character's power that way. But that means I gotta level up a mage, I gotta sit AoE farm, or just spend an inordinate amount of time farming to get the gold to be let in. Like, I play this game for fun. Like, whatever happened to that? I'm sure I like to think about the whole min-maxing thing, and I definitely got on the hype train about min-maxing my characters each expansion. Oh, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna, like Graze for Days, when he in his video, he talked about having 10 characters on a realm with tailoring and alchemy, right? And just churning out Mooncloth and Arcanite bars. And I was like, holy crap, that is the way to do it, right? You would make so much money. And I make fairly decent amount of money on the auction house, right? Like, I can, when I really put effort into it, I'll make a few thousand gold on the auction house, right? Just selling everything. You notice me organizing my bags all the time, and sending everything to my bank alt, right? And that, I just throw everything up in the auction house. But me doing that and leveling a character like this instead of boosting and then AoE farming with paladins or mages or whatever, doing all that, I'll never compete with someone who's farming slave pens for 8 hours a day, right? Or doing GDKP runs. I was actually talking to one of the guys. He messaged me. He runs GDKPs, and he makes like 16,000 gold a week just off of one GDKP. It blew my mind. And that's his host cut, right? I'm thinking, oh, 16 grand a week. No wonder why people think that they need 100,000, 75,000, 100,000 gold to go into the next expansion. And all I see in my chat right over here is GDKPs. Looking for more weekly Hydral GDKP. Looking for 2 more. Funwell GDKP Trash Farm. Pure buyers only. And it's scrolling so fast it's hard to freaking. ZA timed run GDKP. It's just, it's out of hand. Like, if it was, I don't even know. I don't think you can have the light version of GDKP. I think it's all or nothing, right? And right now it's all GDKPs. And all, give me your gold. And then I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna sell it. Like that dude we looked at, G2G. Yeah, to buy the gold. That dude had 5 million gold. $5 million. You and I both know that guy wasn't out just flying around farming herbs or oats, primals. There's no way you get 5 million gold. It's crazy. So, as always, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Is GDKP... First off, is GDKP good for the game or bad for the game? Then I want you to rationalize why you think so, right? And also, if Blizzard was to do anything about it, how do you think they would have to go about it? How do you think they would have to shut down GDKPs? Would they have to have people just sitting looking at chat on each server? And as soon as they see the letters, boom. You get a 1-day ban. Or whatever, and then a 3-day ban, then a 5-day ban, then a month-long ban. And I don't know. I don't know if we can get rid of it, nor... See, this is where I struggle. I don't even think Blizzard would have to step in if it ever were to be stopped, right? Like the community would never just say no. I don't know. I just think it's detrimental to the game. It's detrimental to the community, which is detrimental to the game. That makes sense. So, let me hear what you have to say in the comments. And make your arguments good. Even if you don't agree with what, play the devil's advocate. If there's everyone in the chat saying, yep, GDKPs are bad, be a rebel. Rationalize. One of the best ways to understand your position on an argument is to look at it from the person who disagrees with you, right? And argue their point. So why are GDKPs good? I think that is a touchy topic in WoW these days. And sadly, I think it's trash and ruins the game more than it helps. But just me. Well, I'm gonna run around a little bit, head that direction. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate your time spent with me. I really do. If you can, like, comment, subscribe, follow, depending on what platform you're on. We appreciate all the help getting through all this COVID crap. Like, it's been so hard to keep PlazyerzZone going, especially with how New York was handling COVID, and it was just super challenging. When we started PlazyerzZone, we were never expecting to deal with this crazy problem that faces the world now. So any and all help, even if that is a comment on these videos, even if that is a like, a share, We appreciate it all. We really do. And if you're like always, if you're in the Rochester area, feel free to stop by East Rochester Player Zone. It's fun time, good food, good drinks, good times. Thank you.